let everybody join. Only like few people have joined, so let everybody join. Just 2 minutes. We'll just get started. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Fine. So good morning, everyone. Good morning. Right. So we'll just get started. And before like getting started, let me tell you what is that we are going to discuss. Like for today. Like see, before getting into like topics like backtracking, all the algorithms. Today, like okay. So we are going to just look into some something called as automata fix. Okay. So we'll be learning automata fix, which is very simple. We're going to learn a lot of debugging skill. If a certain code is given to us, okay, code will be given, logic will be given, completely everything will be given. We need to read the code. We need to check what is the mistake, what is the logical mistake, or what is the syntax mistake which is available, and we need to get through it. Okay. So like companies like CTS, like DXC, lot of companies now started like taking this like part called as automata fix. And the main theme of the we have two coding different sections are available. One is automata, the other one is automata fix. Whereas in automata, what is happening, a question is given to you, you need to think of the logic and you need to implement the complete one, where they are testing your development skill, whether you are a complete programmer or not. But when it is coming to automata fix, a coding section called as automata fix, existing code will be provided. In that code, you need to find whether there is a mistake. If there is a mistake, you need to change it to the correct code, which means you have to fix it, where they are testing your like debugging skill, and they are evaluating your testing skill. So you know very well that when you get into this IT industry, there is a different domain of working. Like you can be given a designation of software developer or software tester or software developer come tester. So SDE, SDT, or SDDET. Okay, SDET. Okay, SDET, a software developer as well as software developer and tester as well. So they're like they're evaluating your development skill as well as your testing skill. See, nowadays what happens is people have started becoming more strong in their development skill, but people are very like shaky about their debugging skill. When some error occurs, how to debug it, where to start your debugging, okay, how to find what is a mistake and how to rectify it. So those skills, we have not been concentrating more. That is what I would say. It's a very easy thing, but we are not more of concentrating over that, because we are very confident about our development skill. So we are not worried about when mistakes are coming. So what people think is that ultimately when we are good at coding, we are not going to commit a mistake. And why such debugging skill? No. eh, Whatever you are, okay, how good you are at coding, no matter whatever it is, today you are just playing with 10, 20 lines of code, or 100 lines, or 200 lines, or even at least 500 lines maximum you're playing with. But tomorrow, when you get into the industry, it's not that easy. You have to play with minimum of 5,000, 6,000 lines of code you will be going through. So when some mistake or error occurs there, debugging it is a very, very, very tough job. So you need to enhance your debugging skill first of all. So for enhancing your debugging skill, I'm going to introduce you to this automata fix. I hope you understand what is this automata fix is all about, why companies are placing it. And lot of what survey says is that many people, comparatively, people who performs very well in automata fails in automata fix. The reason is we are not we are not taking debugging very seriously. Okay, debugging is a separate skill. It is a it is a separate technique. For debugging there is a lot of different techniques are available, like how we need to identify the errors, how to rectify it. So debugging is a separate skill. So we need to also strengthen ourselves in debugging, because a complete programmer, I tell you, there is a difference between a programmer and a coder. Okay, there is a lot of difference between between there is a lot of difference between a programmer and a coder. Okay, coder is someone for whom we will give you the logic. Only he will be taking the logic and he'll be converting it into an implementation. That's what a coder is all about. But who's a programmer? A programmer is when a scenario is put forth, he'll be thinking the idea. He or she will be thinking the whole idea. Conceptualizing will happen, and he will do the conceptualization, and he'll take that conceptualization and he will be converting it into a implementation. So programmer is somebody who also thinks of idea, who also comes with logic and as well as implementation. And while implementing or after implementation, he also should be capable of testing the code, like whether this code will be working for all scenarios. It's not like syntax Sorry, friends, I just have been disconnected because of network issue. Just disconnected. I just have joined back, so we'll just continue. Okay. So is my voice is clear for everybody? Because I think, yeah. Is it now clear for everybody? Is my voice is audible clearly? Is there any issue with the voice? Any noise? No, it's okay, right? Fine. So yes, so I just was just speaking about automata fix, where in this automata fix we will be uh, we will be enhancing our debugging skill. When an error comes, whether it is syntax error, easily we will be able to find out. But the thing is, when some logical mistake is happening, how we are going to identify it, how that logical mistakes can be identified, how we are going to do that. Okay, so that's going to be a challenging job. So we're going to take many examples. First of all, we need to take a code. We need to understand what is provided in the code. Okay, first of all, we need to understand the logic what is provided in the code. Then after understanding the code, then we need to, okay, this is a mistake, it is not happening like what we are thinking for. So we need to go in that way. Okay, so this today complete session is going to be based out of automata fix. So let me start showing questions on that. So just give me a minute. Let me start taking few problems, few questions with errors, and let us proceed. Okay. Just 1 minute, students. Okay, we'll just start with very basic kind of questions. Okay, so we'll just start with very basic, graphics kind of question. Then I'll tell you, then we'll go, further. Okay, so I'll just take the very first question. Okay, so I think it is not in the alignment. Let me make it proper. So first you just read the above question, what is given above the code. First of all, give the method, count element. Just read that first of all. One minute. See, better I'll just show you the direct itself because the alignment is completely mismatching. So let me show you the direct question itself. Okay, just give me a minute. Let me share that particular screen. Okay, so I think hope now you are able to just see. Okay, just one minute. Yes, I think everybody just goes to your other class and just see what happens. I think so. Yeah. So like for attendance, I'll just tell you what you need to do. Okay. So I'll just put a link in the chat box in the sticky note. I'll just put http://sixphrase.com. Okay. See, one thing is what I want to just tell you is go to the sixphrase.com link. Okay. Here, when you just click on sign in, okay, if that you just click on sign in the first page, it will ask you to select your college. Okay. I'll tell you something. Just go with Tamil Nadu colleges two. Okay, because the other servers, I would say, like everybody will be taking attendance, will be engaged. So better you go with Tamil Nadu colleges two. And when you just click on Tamil Nadu college two and proceed, it will be forwarding you to a user sign in page. And whereas when you're coming to this user sign in page, you enter your own credentials. Okay. Your mail id, password, you enter those things. And when you sign in, you'll able to see a tab called as enrolled courses. And when you click on the enrolled courses, inside that there will be many tabs will be there. You click on attendance tab. You click on attendance tab. Under attendance tab, there will be a course called as attendance. When you click on that attendance course, your attendance will be given as a test with today's date. Okay, at last, when you scroll down, you will have today's date. And under today's date, forenoon, afternoon, both the two tests will be there. Enter into forenoon attendance. Click on the forenoon attendance take test button, and just go inside. And normally one MCQ question will be there with S option. Click on S and submit the test. You will automatically your your attendance will be taken. Okay, whoever is succeeding this technique, you can provide your attendance, or else I will just tell you when I'm giving break 10:30, right, 10:25 I will just show you by just displaying it in the screen. I'll show you also. But now you go to http://sixphrase.com, select your college, select Tamil Nadu colleges 2, enter your credentials, sign in, go to enrolled courses. Under attendance tab, you will find attendance course. Inside that attendance course, at last, when you scroll down, you will have today's date. When you expand the today's date, you will have two tests with forenoon and afternoon. You click on forenoon, automatically you will have the right side there where you can click on take test button, and you will be taken into the test where you will have only one MCQ question with yes option. Click on S option and submit the test. Automatically your attendance will be taken. Yes, fine. So we'll get into it. I'll show you also the by sharing the screen also. I will show you. Okay, fine. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll just zoom this a little bit in. Okay, I'll just zoom it in. Okay, now coming here. So after zooming this in, So coming here, the method count element, okay, the method count element, which takes two parameter, one is ARR and the other one is integer n of class element count, okay, of class element count is supposed to return, okay, is supposed to return the number of elements in the input array. It is supposed to return the number of elements in the input array which are greater than twice the input element, input number n. So they have given an input number n, which is ELE. Here in the parameter we have ELE, and that ELE we need to check whether how many elements are number of elements in the input array which are greater than twice that particular element. Okay, so they have also given a snippet for checking this. So they are saying that there is some logical error in the function, and they are asking us to fix this. Can you just read this complete solution and tell me what is the logical mistake? What is that we need to do? Array will be provided, lot of with n elements, and also ELE will be provided, element ELE. We need to check how many element is greater than twice the given element ELE. So what is the logical mistake out here? See, if yesterday few people are not able to give your attendance, I'll help you out. No issues, okay? Before break 10:25, you just remember me, I'll help you out.
Sir, it's increment.
What is the logical mistake here? Very simple, which is ARR of I is greater than ELE they are given. But what they are asking is, they are asking us to go with which are greater than twice the input number n. I'll just tell you what way they could trick you in this particular question is using this greater than. Okay, either greater than or equal to, that might be a trick. So they would give a greater than, and here they will be giving greater than or equal to 2LE, which will not look different. Okay, so here what could have been given is if ARR of I greater than or equal to 2 multiplied by ELE will be provided. But while looking at it, it will not consider to be error. But when you read the question very properly, they have given greater than. They have not given greater than or equal to. So greater than means the ARR of I have to be greater than 2 times ELE. It should not be equal to. So that kind of, like words they can use, and they can, they can, they can try to, trick you. Okay. They, like very simple mistakes will be there. Okay. Very simple mistake. One, one just simple character will be missing. So like a lot of different kind of errors will be there. So this is one logical error where what we should have done here in this if condition, we should have given ARR of I greater than 2 multiplied by ELE. It's not simply ELE. It has to be converted to 2 multiplied by ELE. Yes, perfect. So I think we don't want to discuss much about this. See, where few problems if we take, we will have multiple solution, different kind of solution. There we will discuss the different types of solution for it, because we do not know. See, coming to automata, it is not about efficiency. Already logics will be provided. You don't expect whether the the best approach will be provided, because they are not trying to test your efficiency skill. If they want to test your optimization or the efficiency level, they will test it in the automata section. They are coming to automata fix section just to simply evaluate your testing skill, debugging skill. So whatever solution that they are giving, they might be a worst solution, they might be best solution, they might be average case solution also. Okay, so no matter how the solution is, but the final answer, finally you need to fix it. That's the thing. So if any question that we are picking, if it is going to have multiple solution, let us discuss about the multiple solution. Okay, that's how we are going to proceed further. Okay, now let me come to second question. What is second question they had done? There is a function called as print color. Okay, there is a function called as print color, and it is taking num as a parameter, and it is supposed to point names of names of according to the given input number num, when the values of num equal 1, 2, 3, 4, and the function points red, black, white, green respectively. For any other values num, it should print no color. Find the logical error in the function print color of int num and fix it. Okay, yes. look at this implementation and tell me what is the issue here, what is the mistake. Yes. Yes, exactly. So the break statement is missing out here. So break statement is a missing one here. So which is considered to be the logical mistake. So if the break statement was not provided, then what will happen? If break statement is not provided, then what will happen is it's like a pipeline actually. This complete switch statement is like a pipeline. See what happens is like a pipeline. So whenever like this first case one is true, and you enter inside this case one, and if there is no break statement, what will happen is it will go to case two, it will go to case three, it will go to case four, and it will execute whatever is available inside. So wherever break statement is, if break statement is not available, it's like a pipeline how water flows. Okay, it will once it enters into case one, it will just visit all the case coming after that. If we are entering into case three, it will visit all the case which is coming after that. When we enter into case two, it will just visit all the cases after case two. So break statement is very important. in all the cases. If you want to stop at a particular case, okay. So none of these cases are having breaks. So when you give input one, automatically red, black, white, green, four, like things will be printed. Okay, then when case two is when number two is given, then black, white, green will be printed. So it's not logically not working properly. So what we should have given is, in every case after the printf statement, we should have provided a break statement. Okay, break statement. I think that's the only mistake over there that we need to rectify. Let us come to next question. There is a function called as max replace. Okay, there is a function called as max replace. And this max replace function takes two parameters. First parameter is integer star ARR, and the second parameter is integer len. And this particular function is supposed to replace every element of the input array ARR of length len. Okay, see here, this function is supposed to replace every element of the input array ARR of length len with a maximum number of with a maximum element of ARR. So complete the function max replace by accepting integer ARR as a parameter, integer len as a parameter to get the desired output. To get the desired output. See this particular thing, what they have, see, there is two different types of automata fixes there. One is complete solution will be provided. We need to find where the mistake is. Second one, missing lines. One or two lines or one logical place completely will be missing. We need to fill that area. Remaining codes will be provided. Only that logical area we need to be filling. Okay, they will not completely leave the function empty, but one or two lines will be given, but one or two lines will be missing. So we need to fill that one or two lines missing. Okay, so here they have kept this max replace function completely empty. What is the question max replace? We need to take the maximum element of the entire array and we need to replace that maximum element. All the elements should be replaced with that maximum element. So can you just tell me the different ways that it can be done? I don't want the efficient way, worst way, like completely time consuming way, memory consuming way, whatever it is. But just post me with different techniques, because we do not know. They are trying to test your, like debugging skill. So it is not necessary they will be giving you efficient code. They will try to, like at most they will try to confuse you. So let us, like think of all the different possible solution that could be given to this particular question, so that like when you start thinking in that way, like whenever a code is given for debugging, you will think of every idea. You will be thinking of every idea. Okay, fine. So now coming inside this max replace function, what are all the different techniques that could like help us, okay, implement this particular question? So you can just post all your techniques. I want to just look into everybody's technique. Okay, go ahead. Okay, just seeing a lot of different answers. Can we? Okay, we have to find. See, the concept is finding the maximum element. Am I right? Yes. See, actually, speaking the 1 minute. See, students, actually speaking, finding the maximum element is the main task here. After finding the maximum element, we need to take that maximum element. We need to replace all the indices of AR. But how we are going to find the maximum? What are the different ways of finding maximum element? First thing, we can just simply use a variable and we can just find the maximum. I'll just tell you. The next thing is, if you just look at the next different way of finding it is, we can sort the entire array, and after sorting the entire array we can pick the last index value, ascending sort and last index, or descending sort and zeroth index. So we could do that for possibly. And is there any other way of finding the maximum element? See, linear search, binary search, they will not be working, because for I do not know which is the maximum element, then how I'm going to search it? And that too, for binary search, already the array have to be in sorted order, but here they have not assured of giving a sorted array actually, because you can also see the test case, it is 2 5 8 11 3 is coming, so it is not, also the input is also not in the sorted order. Sorted order means directly I can take the last index value. So there are two main things: using a single variable I can do it, or otherwise I have to sort the entire array, and then after sorting the entire array, then I can take the last index value. So sorting becomes very important automata fix question, because a lot of different types of sorting is available. Every sorting is quite different actually. So for when it is coming with sorting, there are a lot of techniques. So every year, if you see, one sorting questions could have appeared, and that sorting question, one time it will be from selection sorting, one time it will be from bubble sort, one time it will be from insertion sort, one time it will be from quick or merge sort. So every time different kind of sorting algorithm is coming, so we need to be very strong at each and every sorting algorithm possible. So we will just discuss about the possible sorting algorithms in the process, but we'll just go quickly into this particular problem. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just simply I'll take you to a board, and where this particular concept we will see, and then we will just proceed with the further things. Okay. Okay, so coming here to this maxim, I think hope now this screen will be visible. Coming to max replace, what we could do is, first thing, we have array, right? ARR array we have. So, and also we have, see, we have two things. One is the ARR, star ARR we have, which is array, which refers to array. So we have this as one parameter, and the next parameter was like integer n. N is the total number of element available in the array. So now what I do is I will be declaring a variable called as max. I need to find a maximum element, right? So I will just take this max is equal to 0th index element, which is ARR of 0. Initial maximum will be the 0th index element, ARR of 0 I will be taking. Then I will start a loop. Okay, for I'll just start with integer I is equal to, okay, integer I is equal to, start from 1th index, because already I've taken 0th index and I have placed it in max. So let me start the process from 1th index. So I is equal to 1, then I is less than n, and then I plus plus, and then I plus plus. So coming inside this loop, okay, coming inside this loop, what we need to do is, just 1 minute, students, just 1 minute. Okay, so let me continue, students. Sorry. So initially, we'll just start the process from 1th index up to less than n. We will travel, and in the process, we will be checking whether if the present ith index value ARR of I, suppose if it is greater than, okay, suppose if it is greater than max, then we will take that ARR of I and we will assign it as a maximum value. So max will be equal to ARR of I. Okay, now the next thing is, after you find, see, after this loop, what will happen is, in the variable max, you will have the maximum value of the entire array. Now you just start iterating from 0th index up to last index. So for integer I is equal to 0, okay, I is less than n, okay, I is plus plus, okay, I plus plus, and inside this particular loop, I will just visit every ith index value. Okay, I will just tell every ith index value I will take, and I will place this maximum value over here. So I'll take max and I will place it in ARR of I. Okay, so every index. So we are replacing the maximum element in every index of ARR. So initially, what we should do? Initially, we should take 0th index element and we should place it in max variable, and then we should iterate from 1th index up to last index. We need to check every ith index variable value whether it is greater than the existing maximum. If it is greater than the existing maximum, let me take the ARR of I and place it as a new maximum. When I keep doing this process for every ith index value, automatically, finally, when you come out of the loop, max variable will be having the maximum element of the entire array. Now the task is to take that maximum element and replace it all the entries of the array. So I'll just take that maximum and I just replace all the entries of ARR of I. That's it. This is what the max replace function inside that particular function we need to write. This is one way. The other way is I need to perform sorting algorithm. Okay, so we will just separately, like take all the sorting algorithm. We will discuss about that. What kind of errors could be given. Like what is the different sorting algorithm that has already appeared in the automata fix section? What was the error? Which area they can make error, how they can confuse you. All these things we will just discuss in a separate session for sorting. We will do it. Okay, so now coming to max replace, this is the one, like very simple logic that I'm just implementing, where we'll take 0th index element, place it in max, iterate all the element from 1th index to n minus 1th index, and check every ith index element which is greater than the previous maximum. If it is so, we take the present ARR of I and place it as a new maximum. And at the end of this loop, coming after this loop, I will have the maximum element of the entire array in max variable. Let me take that max value and replace it in every ith index of element of array, ARR. Okay, so this is going to be the implementation. Everybody is clear with this? We don't want to return the array because automatically, see, people ask, oh, why I'm not returning the array is already passed by address. Whatever changes that you do here, it will be automatically reflected out there in the main function. You don't want to return anything. Okay, nothing need to be written. Okay, so because always array can be passed only by, like what, it can be only passed by address. Array cannot be passed by value. That's not possible. That's one drawback of array, which cannot be passed by address. Sorry, which cannot be passed by value. It can be only passed by address. So when it is passed by address, why do we need to return it? Automatically, whatever changes that we do here with respect to the address, it will be changed there in the main function. No need to do that. Okay, so I will again get you to the question there. I'll just show you the question also. Okay, I'll just go to question, and also I'll just show you the question part again. So look at the question again here. Then I will just again show you the coding part once again, and then we will move forward. Okay. One minute. Okay, so I'm just displaying the questions again. The screen, just check the question once again, read the question properly. Okay, then we will just move forward. Can you able to see that in max, when your max replace function is called, there is no nothing in, no return is actually there is a return type which is provided, but I would say that there is no return type is required, because even though max replace is not receiving anything, okay, while we have taken the code and we have converted it, that time this return type might be an something that we might have mistaken it, because you can able to see that in the max replace, when the function is getting called also, we are not trying to receive anything and store in any variable. So no return statement was actually required here. And also we are passing the array by address. So whatever changes that we do in the above function, that will automatically reflect in the main function. So no need of any return statement. So look at the question once again. I'll just take you to the coding part again. We'll discuss one final thing. We'll again re-explain, and then I will just proceed further. Yes, we should be declaring it as void. Okay, we should be declaring it as void. See, what is the question actually? The question is, there is a function called as max replace will be provided, where ARR and len is provided. ARR is the array and len is the total number of element available in the array ARR. And it is supposed to replace every element of the input array. It is supposed to replace every element of the input array ARR of length len with a maximum element of ARR. Complete the function max replace of integer pointer ARR comma integer len to get the desired output. So what is the chain? We need to find the maximum element, right? First of all, for finding the maximum element only, we wrote that first loop. Second, after finding the maximum, we need to replace every element of the input array with that particular maximum. For that only, second loop we took there. Okay, so again, I'll just take you people to that coding part itself. I explain you once. So two tasks have to be done. One task is, if you see, I need to find the maximum value. That's the first task. And for finding the maximum value only, we wrote that first loop manually out there. And the second one is, for replacement only, we have written that second loop. So we need to just check that properly. So coming here, first of all, you see this first loop. This is for completely finding the maximum value. Okay, maximum value. What we are doing, we are taking 0th index to be the default maximum. And from there on, we are taking every other every index of the array. We are checking every element of the array. If any element after this, if it is greater than the previous maximum, then I will consider this current element to be the new maximum. So when I do this for every element which is available in the array ARR, at last when you come out of this for loop, automatically in max variable you will be having the maximum element of the entire array ARR. And now finding only the maximum element is not the task. Taking that maximum, and we need to replace every element of the array. That's why I have iterated over all the index of the array ARR, and every index I take this maximum value and I place it. So now what happens? I'm replacing every ith index with value max. What is max is having? Max is having the maximum element of the entire array. So the maximum element of the entire array have to be replaced in all the elements instead of all the elements of the array ARR. Okay, so is it clear now? Shall we just proceed with the next one? Shall we just proceed with the next question? Is it clear for everybody? Okay, I'll just take you again to that first screen where I will just start with going. I'll just go with the next question. Okay, yeah, just give me 1 minute. Let me share that screen. So coming next, I'll just take the next one. Okay, I'll just take this. Find the GCD of two numbers. Find the GCD of two numbers. The entire code is given below with logical errors. Okay, find the GCD of two numbers. The entire code is given below with logical error. Correct it. Okay, so I think GCD is provided. I think hope you know how to find GCD everything. So when the code is given with like mistake in terms of GCD, how we could rectify this? What is the error? Okay, what is the error and how we have to rectify? Give me the correct code for this GCD. Yes, kindly everybody post the answer in the chat box. See, automata fix will be taken in such a way. It can be. I have to show you a question and I will be asking you for, like find the mistake and tell me where is it. Then I need to discuss over it. If you're not telling, I need to explain it. If there is any different possible answer is there, I need to discuss over that. So that is how we can proceed with that. Okay. So there is no other way. It's not like automata. It's automata fix. It's more of like analyzing and keeping your mind intact here. Okay, so it's nothing like automata problem solving skill that cannot be incorporated here completely. We need to go with the debugging skills. Okay, so look at this particular question and just put your answer in the chat box. And if like a lot of many people are here, so I want to read every answer. It might take little bit of time. Suppose if I'm just not speaking anything, so just looking into everybody's like answer. So it's not like that I'm audible or no, I'm not speaking. Okay, so yes, today it will be going like this only, so bear with me. So kindly everybody post answer in the chat box, please, quickly. Every single mistake, whatever it is coming, you have to put it. Okay, yes. Okay, so see, coming here, this is GCD. For GCD, actually, we will be using this. Like for GCD, we will be definitely using Euclidean algorithm. Okay, there is Euclidean algorithm for GCD. So, what is that GCD? Like Euclidean algorithm states. What Euclidean algorithm states actually? What is the procedure for like Euclidean algorithm? I'll just share you the like the blackboard actually. Just okay. I think now you just come here to this blackboard. Just 1 minute, students. Okay, see, coming here, we were just speaking about is equilibrium algorithm, right? So coming to equilibrium algorithm, what is the procedure? Step one. So we are trying to find the GCD of A comma B. Am I right? We are just trying to find GCD of A comma B. So when we just wanted to find GCD of A comma B, we will first step. Suppose if A equal to 0, then GCD of A comma B will be equal to, then GCD of A comma B will be equal to B. So if A equal to 0, then GCD of A comma B will be equal to B. Second, suppose if B is equal to 0, then GCD of A comma B. Okay, then GCD of A comma B is equal to A. Okay, so A equal to 0. If A equal to 0, then GCD of A comma B equal to B. If B equal to 0, then GCD of A comma B is equal to A. Okay, fine. So the next thing is, third is a very important point. Suppose if A is also not equal to 0 and B is also not equal to 0, then we can say that GCD of A comma B is equal to GCD of B comma A mod B. Okay, this we can also say like this, where is GCD of B comma R. What is R? R is the remainder that we obtain when we are dividing A and B. Okay, when we divide A and B, what is the remainder that we are getting? The remainder is R here. So GCD of B comma R. So GCD of A comma B is equal to GCD of B comma A mod B, and which is equal to GCD of B comma R. So this is the Euclidean algorithm. This is what Euclidean algorithm states. Suppose if this is what Euclidean algorithm states, then what I need to do is I need to check. Okay, I need to check if I will be taking a function with return type integer, and the name of the function is going to be GCD, and it will be accepting two things as a parameter. Okay, it will be taking two things. It will be taking GCD of A comma B as a parameter. One minute, students. So this function GCD, we are going to take two parameter, which is integer A first parameter, whereas integer B is going to be the second parameter. So integer GCD of integer A comma integer B. Okay, so then open close curly braces. Inside, first point we will take. What is the first point? If A equal to 0, then B will be the GCD. So I will be returning B. I will just simply return B as a GCD value. Okay, so else if B equal to 0, okay, B equal to 0, then I will return I'll return A. Okay, I will be returning A. Okay, I'll just simply return A. If not, if both this condition is not true, what is that I will be doing here? If both this is not true, both this, like A equal to 0 and B equal to 0, if both this condition is not true, what will be what is the next thing that I'll be doing? What is the next recursion, the recursive procedure that I'll be doing? We will return calling this GCD function, same GCD function, and we will be passing B comma A mod B, because if both this condition is not true, definitely GCD of A comma B will be equal to GCD of B comma A mod B. So we are trying to make, we are trying to reduce it. Okay, we are just trying to reduce the given one. So for example, if they're asking to find the GCD between 270 and 192, what we are saying is GCD of GCD of 270 and 192, it will be equal to GCD of A comma B, it will be equal to GCD of B comma what is B? 192 comma A mod B. When I take 270 and when I do mod operation with 192, what will be the remainder? Actually, we will be getting 78 as a reminder. So finding the GCD of 270 and 192 is same as finding the GCD between 192 and 78. Okay, GCD of 270 and then 192 and 78. Now, taking to GCD of 192 and 78 as GCD of A comma B, how we can rewrite this into? We can rewrite this into GCD of B comma, whereas B is 78 comma, what is this? 192 mod 78, A comma A mod B, right? So 192, 78 is, first of all, what will be the quotient when we divide 192 and 78? I think it is 2, right? So 78 multiplied by 2, I will get 156. What is 156 minus 192 is? 156 minus 92 is equal to 36. So we can write this as GCD of 78 comma 36. Now, how we can rewrite the GCD of 78 comma 36? Can somebody tell me how we can rewrite the GCD of 78 comma 36?
GCD of 36 comma 6.
Okay, so this can be taken as GCD of B, which is 36, comma A mod B, which is 76 mod 36 is exactly 36. We'll get quotient 2. So 36 multiplied by 2 is 72. So 78 minus 72, 6 will be the remainder. So we can rewrite this into GCD of 36 comma 6. And how we can rewrite this GCD of 36 comma
GCD of 6 comma 0.
So this will be equal to GCD of, I'll take the B value, which is 6 comma 36 mod 6 is equal to 0. So this will be rewritten as GCD of 6 comma 0. And when your B becomes 0, what is the first step? When B becomes 0, you need to take A as your GCD. So your B has become 0. So your A 6 will be the GCD. So the final answer is 6. So you take some value, like for example, you started with GCD of 270 comma 192. We kept on reducing it until either A or B, either one of the things becomes 0. So if one of this like value becomes 0, then the other value we have taken it as a GCD value. Okay, the other thing that we took it as GCD. Okay. Okay, fine. So this is a procedure. Actually, there is also a reason why we say that GCD of A comma B is equal to GCD of B comma A mod B, but it's a long mathematical derivation. Just don't want to get it. But coming to like Euclidean algorithm, the procedure is very simple. When A equal to 0, we will take B as a like GCD. When B equal to 0, then we will consider A as a GCD. And when both is not equal to 0, then GCD of A comma B will be equal to GCD of B comma A mod B. This is a procedure. Okay. So by following this procedure only, we should have written the code out there. I'll share you that particular question. Now we will just check according to this whether every line is getting followed, every technique is being followed or not. So I'll just share you the same like file again. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, see, now look at the screen. Now look at this implementation, final implementation that we have done over here. Here we have done this, right? Integer return type GCD of integer A comma B. Whereas inside this particular function, if B equal to 0, we return A. But A equal to 0, return B is not provided. That's one more thing we have to be adding. So if GCD, if B A equal to 0, we need to return B. That's one line we need to add. Then if B equal to 0, then we need to return A. And if both this condition is not true, then we need to return GCD of A mod B comma B mod A. Okay, we need to return GCD of A mod, sorry, we need to return GCD of B comma A mod B, but it is given wrongly. Okay, so we need to change this GCD of A mod B comma B mod A to GCD of B comma A mod B, and automatically it will be rectified. Okay, fine. So I'll just take you to the next question over here. Yes, look at the next question and tell me. It's very simple question. Find the sum of first n natural numbers find the logical error in this particular function which is provided. Just simply finding the sum of first n natural number where n is accepted as a parameter. Okay. So what is the mistake? Post it in your chat box, please, quickly. Yes. So when you just look at this particular question, it is very simple, like mistake that has been done over here. The thing is, sum is equal to sum plus x should be given. It's not n. Because they are asking to find the first n natural number. They are not asking to add n for n times. They're asking to add x for n number of times they are asking to add. Okay. So now the next thing is, next question I would just show you is count occurrence. It is also one of very repeated question that we have seen, like in the automata fix section. So the method count occurrence of class occurrence is supposed to return the count of occurrences of a number value in the input array ARR. The function compiles successfully but fails to return the desired result due to logical error. Your task is to debug the program to pass all the test cases. Okay, just look at this particular question and just tell me solution. Question is given, solution is given. So what is the mistake, logical mistake that has been done here? Yes. Yes. So very simple mistake that they have done over here. Very simple mistake. The mistake is, what is the question? What we should have done over here? Question is, we need to support the we need to return the count of a number, exact count of the number. So we should have checked whether that any of your ith index ARR is equal to the val, and if that is equal, both of equal, then we need to make a count, and so that we could easily find how many time val is occurrence we could able to find. So this is not less than, this should be equal. Okay, this should be equal. So this is also a very simple thing. We'll just proceed with all the previous year questions, everything we will proceed. Okay, now if you just look at here, this is very simple. By looking at it, it is Armstrong. Okay, is Armstrong, whether we need to check whether the given number is a Armstrong or not, for which already power function and a function called as order is provided. Using these two functions, we need to carry out this is Armstrong function we need to find. Okay, so using power function and the order function that is also available here, using both this function, we need to also fill is Armstrong function. So I think, hope you know what is Armstrong. It's a very easy one. So can you people just post the solution for Armstrong? Then I will just proceed with the discussion over this. Tell me the logic for how we have to check whether the given one is a Armstrong or not. Checking given number is a Armstrong or not. Okay, see, coming here to this, checking whether a given number is Armstrong or not. Okay, so coming here, we need to just check how what is the Armstrong number generally is. If you just take a number like, for example, 153, when you just take all the digit, okay, separately, individually, like one individually, five individually, and then three individually, every number have to be taken, and also the number of digit, overall number of digit also have to be found. Okay, so I think for now finding the overall number of digit, they have already provided this order. Okay, so because when you give, once you give x, they are just taking n and they are incrementing that n, and they keep on dividing it by 10, means that will automatically find the number of digits. So number of digit is available in order, and power, using power, we will be rising, taking a x and we will be rising it to the power of x. So what is Armstrong number? Armstrong number is, I'll just better take you to blackboard. We need to be using the same, like the functions that they are providing. We should not write anything, like on our own. So now coming here to this blackboard, if you see, what is Armstrong number? For example, if I take 153, first of all, I will find what is the number of digit, and I will take that number of digit and I will store it in a variable order, for example. Okay, 3 is the number of digit. Then I will just take every individual digit and I will rise it to the power of this order. Whatever is order we are getting, that I need to rise it to the power. So 1 cube, 5 cube, 3 cube. So what is 1 cube is 1. What is 5 cube? 5 multiplied by 5, 25, multiplied by 5 is equal to 125. Plus what is 3 cube? 3 cube is equal to 27. So what is 125 plus 27 plus 1? It is again equal to 153. So when the sum of, when you take every individual digit, rise it to the power of what is the total number of digit, and when you add all those values together, again if you get the same input value again, then you call such a number as Armstrong number. Am I right? That is what we usually do. And power function already they have already, they have given, and order, finding the number of digit also they have already given. So what is that one do you think you need to do? We need to take this 153, take digit wise representation, we need to take digit wise value, and for every digit we need to rise it to the power of order. Okay, first of all, what we will do is we will take a function integer, and this function is Armstrong is the name of the function. So I'll just take is Armstrong, and by taking this is Armstrong function, which is going to accept only n as a parameter, so let me take integer n as a parameter. So by taking integer n as a parameter, the first thing that we will do is, okay, so the integer is Armstrong of integer n. So I will just check, first thing is if the input value is 153, right? Input value is like 153. So let me take it and let me store it in a temporary variable. So integer temp is equal to n. And now we will use our temp for the overall process. So to take it digit wise, okay, to access digit wise, what I need to do, I will just take while, okay, of temp, okay, while of temp. First thing I will do is I will just take a variable integer dig for taking digit. So I will take the present temp, okay, I will just simply take the present temp and I will just do mod operation with 10. So when I do mod operation with 10, automatically the last digit will be coming. So let me take this last digit and let me rise it to the power. What power? I need to find that order. So I think I will just take ORD is equal to, there is an order function that they have provided itself, right? So let me take this order function, let me pass n to it. Automatically in the input number n, how many digit is available? That digit will be available in ORD. Now, after finding the last digit, what we need to do, we need to use the function power, POWER, and we need to take this dig digit and we need to rise it to the power of ORD, which is the number of overall number of digit available in the entire input element. So after finding the power, we need to take it and we need to add it with the variable. So let me also take a variable called as sum. So integer temp is equal to n and sum is equal to 0. So let me take this particular answer and let me add it with sum. So sum plus equal to. So sum plus equal to power of dig comma ord. And finally, then next thing what I will be doing is I'll be taking this variable temp and I'll be dividing it by 10. So temp divided by equal to 10. Okay, so the temp will be divided by 10 and the resultant value will be assigned to temp. Then I will just close the curly braces of this and another close curly braces also I will take it. Okay, so integer temp is equal to n, sum is equal to 0, integer ord is equal to order of n, while of temp open curly braces integer dig equal to temp mod 10, sum plus equal to power of dig comma ord, temp division by equal to 10, close. So what we are doing, every digit we are taking, every digit we are just rising it to the power of overall digit. We are also taking that and we are summing it in the variable sum. And finally, after coming out of this loop, okay, I'll just take this close. After coming out of this loop, finally, I need to check whether the sum, that whatever we have found, whether that sum is equal to the input value, which is n. Suppose if both these things are equal, then I will return 1. If both these things are true or equal, then I will return 1. Else I will return 0. Okay, both these things are equal, I will return 1. Else I will be returning 0. Okay, else I will just simply return 0. Then I will just close the curly braces over here. So this is actually is-Armstrong function which accepts n as a parameter. Then integer temp is equal to n. First of all, I'll take that parameter n and store it in temp. Then I will also take sum and assign it, initialize it to 0. Then I will call order function accepting n, which will find the overall number of digit available in the number. And then I will take every digit of the original number and I will rise that particular digit to the power of ORD, and whatever the resultant answer, I will take it and I will add it to sum. And every time I will take this temp and I'll keep on dividing it by. Once temp becomes 0, I will come out of loop and I will check whether the final sum value that I have got and the input number n both are equal. If both are equal, it is Armstrong. So I will return 1, else I will just be simply returning 0. So this is the concept of is Armstrong. Is it everybody clear with this concept? Clear? Okay, students, what we will do is any explanation or any clarification we require, we will discuss it after the break. Okay, everybody just go and take your break and come back. After the break, we will discuss any clarification, anything we will discuss after that, and then we will move. Okay, I don't want to get take your time. So you just go and okay, just simply go and completely, okay, just go to your break and just come back. Yeah, attendance, like you just come after the break, I'll tell you how to give attendance. See, just use like server 2. Use Tamil Nadu server 2, like to give your attendance. It will be working fine.